G'day YouTube, welcome to another episode of the Friday Vape Club. As always, your host, Squidly Tris, back for another hardware review for you, back in Norman Solander Studios. Today we are looking at the Bonza Kit. I'm going to do this in my most Ocker fucking accent. I'll try and keep as many Australian fucking lingo in this as possible. It's truth, mate, fucking ripper. You fucking galah. Yeah, fucking right, mate. I'm be a drongo. The Bonza Kit by Vandy Vape and the Vaping Bogan. I want to say a huge thank you to the Vaping Bogan for organising Vandy Vape to send me this for review. You're a fucking top cunt. Don't forget it. This is a mechanical device. So if you want to pick one up and if you want to use it, please just understand Ohm's law. Make sure that you are safe. It does take 2700, 21700 and 18650s. It comes as a kit with the tube and the Bonza 1.5 ripper. Let's have a fucking look around this shit. I'll show you around the mech tube, show you around the Bonza 1.5. We'll chuck a build in it and then we'll jump back up top. We'll do everything that we usually do. So stick around for a while, and while you're here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's fucking do this. Alright, so here we have a closer look at the Bonza Kit. So the kit comprises of the mechanical tube section and the Bonza RDA, the 1.5 version. Measurements are, the tube itself is 85.5 millimeters long and 27 millimeters in diameter, and the Bonza 1.5 is 24 millimeters in diameter. Let's a quick look around the outside. Let's break it down and have a look at each individual section. This is the tube. There you go, pretty nice, hey? Up the top, you do have a hybrid top cap. You can see a little bit of battery venting there, Vaping Bogan and manufactured by Vandy Vape. If you can hear screaming in the background, it is just my children. Down the sides, it's pretty sleek and sexy. You've got this sleeve section here, so you can line up your logo for your Bonza with your sleeve for all you OCD cunts out there. Down the bottom here, you've got some more battery venting, and then you've got this lovely pattern design which was on the original Bonzas as well. He's kind of tied it all in together. On the bottom, you do have a copper switch slightly recessed in. You've got some more battery venting down here, and it just screws out like so. We'll break that down in a minute. To get your batteries in and out, you crack it in the middle. There you go, and it unscrews. Look at that shit. So inside the top piece, you can see it is lined. So you've got this awesome little lining inside to help with battery protection. You do have, I think that is Delrin up the top there. So a little bit of protection up the top to prevent hard shorts on your battery. Same thing underneath, and you can see the switch and then the Delrin. So let's take a closer look at the switch. The threading on this for a mass-produced Chinese mod is actually really quite smooth. This is your switch. Look at that. So I've got some magnets in there at the moment. This is a silver-plated copper firing pin. You've got this sort of Delrin section here to prevent any battery shorting. And if you want to take it apart, you just literally hold it and unscrew this fucker. And there you go, it just comes out like that. And there's your magnets. So you do get a spring as well if you want to take the magnets out and use a spring. It's completely up to you. And you can see it's squared off, so it's only going to go in one way. I'll be quick with this. Put it on like so. Hold it down, put your pin in, and screw it. And the beautiful thing about this system is you do have some form of control over how much you want this to throw. So if you want less of a throw, you just unscrew it slightly. The pin protrudes past the Delrin protector. Put it all back together. With this bottom piece as well, you can take the sleeve section out. In here somewhere you will have your serial number, but this just allows you to chop and change. So the Bogan said he will be releasing different colors and different options for this, so you can matchy match and have some sort of different colors in here. I think that's a fucking cool idea. You're really gonna customize your mech tube, and I think that's fucking great. Let's look around the Bonza tube. Let's take a look at the RDA. All right, so this is the Bonza 1.5. He's upgraded the logo slightly, which is kind of cool. Very deep engraved logo, really love that. The thing you'll notice visually different about the Bonza 1.5 compared to the original Bonza is you cannot see that deck, so you don't get that lip anymore, and you'll notice that the deck isn't gold plated, it is stainless steel. The whole thing is of a stainless steel construction. He's got the same knurling sort of pattern design that is on the tube that was also on the original Bonza. You do have those 15 airflow slots. I think they are slightly bigger than the original. Nothing on the back, and your airflow slots again. And we'll take a look at the airflow configuration when we take this all apart. Up the top, you do have an 810 friction style drip tip, and each color Bonza comes with a different color. So the stainless steel comes with a green, and the black and copper Bonza comes with red. On the bottom, you do get a gold plated 510 pin, which does protrude a fair bit. Peak insulator there as well. So this was made for hybrid top caps, hence why it's with the Bonza. And you do get the Vandy Vape and all the other crap that you would expect. Let's take a look under the hood. It is domed under that hood for your flavored pleasures. And you can see these sort of airflow step downs. With the different airflow configurations, as you turn, you can shut off that top row and the second row and have one row open. You can also have that adjustability of turning this and shutting down the individual columns one by one. I have mine super wide open. That's how I enjoy it. The other thing you'll notice about the top cap is you've got this little cutout here. So this slots into the deck just here, and this will allow you, it kind of creates that locking feature. You can turn the top cap and it will grip, and then you can undo your atomizer, which was one of the issues that I had with the first one. But it also allows you about 20 degrees of play with your airflow adjustability. So you can close off those columns as you want, and then the remaining airflow slots, you can adjust the top cap and it will be pointing straight at your coils. All right, and the deck, look at this deck. Holy shit. It's got the same clamp style that the original Bonza had. You do have these holes here for your lead legs as well. It's got a beefed up juice well. So this is a 9mm juice well. Look how fucking deep that is. I could abseil down this fucking thing. That's how massive that cunt is. I believe that everything in here, you know, the posts, the clamps, the screws, everything was kind of beefed up 1/2 mil or so. So you shouldn't have any fucking issues at all. These massive fuck off flathead screws. They look like they're designed for hex, but you really want to use flatheads with those fucking cunts there. Look at that. And you can see he's sort of beefed up that grippy section under the clamp, so it's really going to fucking grip in on your coil legs. You're not going to have any issues at all. That's the deck. Pretty fucking straightforward to build on. Pretty simple. We might take a look at the packaging and then we'll chuck a build in this shit. And this is the packaging that your Bonza kit may come in. You've got the Vandy Vape Bonza Kit, the Vaping Bogan logo and his fucking head there. Yeah, g'day dickheads, fucking Vaping fucking Bogan here. Alright, so on the sides you've got the colour. So at the moment it's the copper with the black and the stainless steel. Nothing on that side, nothing on that side. A lot of Vandy Vapes around. And then you've got in here a little bit about where the company comes from, all that other bullshit, and your scan and authenticity. Let's take a fucking look. You open it up, and on the inside you are presented with your Bonza Mech and your Bonza 1.5. You do get a spare set of magnets. Take out your Bonza, and inside here you do receive an 18650 adapter and a spring for the switch if you prefer to use a spring. Just quietly, how fucking sexy is that black? Take out the packaging. Underneath you get a spare O-ring for the sleeve section. You do get a packet of spares including clamps. You do get a squonk pin. You get a couple of more screws. These look like Phillips head screws. You do get some O-rings, a little screwdriver, Allen key, and a 510 drip tip adapter. Underneath you get a warranty card. You do get another card about battery safety, what your battery wrap should look like, and a little bit about a hybrid connection. Chuck that on top. Let's chuck a build in this shit. The coils we are using today are some Cloud Revolutions. They are the Game Over Man 27s. These are all the specs there if you want to have a read, but it's going to come out to a 0.11 for the dual coil. Just have a fucking look at these beauties, eh? Look at those. Let's get stuck into it. To get the best flavour out of your Bonza, you want to place your coils as close as you can to this outside edge and the airflow, and you want them to be placed down so the bottom is just at where the top of the juice well is. Chuck your cotton down, you want to make sure that it's not going to impede on this airflow at all. Like that. Just tuck it over in the corners like that. Ready to roll. Now we've got our coils installed, we're all wicked up, ready to go. You want to screw your Bonza on first. Now we unscrew this. If I want a shorter throw, I'm just going to unthread this slightly, like so. So I've just unthreaded it a slight amount, and I screw this back in. Take our Samsung 30Ts. I went positive side down because the venting is all down the bottom. I'm going to do it up tight, thread it all the way up, crack it slightly, screw the button and do it up. You can see the button protrudes ever so slightly from the base, which when it sits down, hear that? It's sitting on the button, so it's wobbly a little bit. That's the only real con for this. Fuck, she is angry. Alright, let's jump back up top. We'll do the pros, the cons, the price, and would I recommend it? There we had a fucking look around the Bonza 1.5. So what are we going to do? We're going to take it for a fucking toot. As we always do. This is an all Australian version because I have got some Cloud Revolutions Game Over Man 27s in here. Andrew Gooley, Cloud Revolutions, a top Aussie cunt. Got some fucking Hoots Premium Blend, Pink Bits, Perth guy, Australia, Scott Hooten, top Aussie cunt. And we got the Bonza 1.5, designed by the Vaping Bogan, Sam, a top Aussie cunt. This is the top Aussie cunt fucking episode. Let's get into it, no more fucking around, let's go. It works. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful vape. Let's talk about the pros and cons. We always kick off with flavour and clouds. As you saw, the Bonza 1.5 produces some pretty fucking good clouds. Cloud production, it is based upon your build with a mechanical device. I've got a 0.12 dual coil build in here, so that's why I'm getting some decent clouds, mate. But it is a cloud chucking RDA. If you want flavour, it really does come down to coil positions on here. The flavour is good. It's not the best flavour I've ever had from an RDA, but it's good. And that is where your coil positioning comes into play here. And with the flavour and the clouds, another massive pro is the fucking airflow on this is smooth. I enjoy this wide open, and it is just a fucking airy, smooth, delicious flavour, cloudy, thick, dense vape. And I fucking love it. So let's get into the pros and cons for the tube itself. So the tube, the threads are really, really smooth and well done. For a Chinese mass-produced tube, this is pretty fucking good. I really dig it. What else do I like about this? I love the sleeve, so I can line my fucking 2 logos up because I'm pretty OCD, so I do like the fact you can do that, and you can interchange later on. I'm pretty sure that Bogan said in his sort of show and tell video that he will be releasing different ones of these, so you can match to your fucking heart's content. I like the fact that the switch comes with either a spring or a magnet, depending on what you like. I love the fact that it's got some safety features built in, so you've got those sleeves inside. Pretty sure it's Delrin up the top and down the bottom, so you're going to eliminate those hard shorts. Love the design. I love the little fucking engraving on here that matches the Bonza. Love that it's 21-700. Fucking awesome. Like, it's really, really well thought out. It is pretty light, it's pretty short, and it's comfortable in the hand. All right, let's get into the Bonza 1.5. So the pros for the Bonza 1.5, the airflow, fucking smooth. Build deck is super easy to build on. You got those clamps and the holes, so each leg has its own hole, and it's super easy to build. I love the fact that they beefed up the clamps. Not that I had an issue with the first Bonza, but just adding that little bit of extra security to it. I like the new change of the airflow with the stepped airflow configuration. Doesn't really bother me too much because I have my airflow wide open on the Bonza. That's how I enjoy it. The fact that you can close off row by row by row and then from the sides, I think that's just a cool little innovation. I do like the fact that they've added a locking ring and that airflow adjustments. You can turn the top piece and it comes off, and then you can line up your airflow. If you decide to step the airflow down from the sides, you can then line it up. You've got about a 20 to 30 degree play with your airflow adjustment. What else do I like? I like that you can't see the fucking deck anymore. That is fucking awesome. It's the only thing I didn't really like about the other Bonza. All right, cons. Let's get into the cons. I've gushed enough, haven't I? Fucking, oh, Bogan, shoot your fucking vape into my face. It's been a bit of a gush fest. So, cons-wise, what don't I like about it? For the Bonza 1.5, there's not much that I don't like about it. I've got a stainless steel version, as you can see. I do have a black version, and I don't like the fact it comes with a red drip tip. If I didn't say it, people would chip me on it, so I've got to say it. Red drip tips, come on people, fucking hell. We know about it. Just fucking stop giving me red drip tips. It's bullshit. The Bonza, I think it's pretty good. The Bonza 1.5 is up there as probably one of my top 5 RDAs of all time. And the tube itself, things that I don't like about the tube. The one thing that really kind of shits me the most is the button. Because it's such a short, small button and you can adjust the throw, if you do adjust the throw, then sometimes the button sticks out and it's not fully recessed in there. So when you sit it down, it sits on the button and it kind of wobbles a bit, and that fucking irritates me a little bit. I would like it to be able to be recessed the entire time, even if you adjust the pin. And the other con is when I use the spring, I do get a warmer button. Now, it's not a hot button, it's a warm button. Let me just make that clear. It's a warm button, not a hot button. Doesn't get hot. And that could be because of the low build and all that other bullshit, and it's copper and, you know, conductivity and all that other crap that we all fucking know about, but it does get slightly warm and warmer with the spring. So just let me clarify that. Apart from that, it is and has been a fucking delight to use. The thing I like about it the most is, so I'm gonna go on record here and say that there's two mechanical tubes that I love the most in my life. One has been my Purge Enforcer and one has been my Vindicator. And out of those two sort of higher end, not really higher end, but you know what I mean, more expensive tubes, I tend to reach for the Vindicator the most. And I've found that using this Bonza, I kind of reach for that Bonza over the Enforcer. So the two mechs that I'm using most frequently are my Vindicator and my Bonza. And I like it because it's cheaper and it's a bit of a beater. I love that fact that this is one that can leave the house with me. It's one that I can chuck in my bag, that I can take to work and use at work. It's not one that I'm kind of babying around and making sure that nothing happens to it. Looking around the internet, I found that there are some places doing pre-orders at the moment for around about the $100 to $125 Australian. So for that kind of money, you are getting a really solid and robust, decent tube with some safety features inside. You're getting the Bonza 1.5, which has got those little upgraded features and those little 1%ers that sort of the little cons for the last Bonza. I think that is a pretty fucking good price. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And as always, YouTube, keep it cloudy, mate. Keep it cloudy. Is that even Australian? I'm not too sure. I am Australian and I don't think that I could do an Aussie accent. This fucking thing fucking hits like a truck, mate.